look, it's that liberal cesspool of the internet, Buzzfeed again, with another one of their moronic X questions Y group has for Z people videos. You'd think that as many people make fun of these things as they do, they'd figure it out. But nope, their audience just isn't that bright. So let's take a look at a bunch of paid actors reading a script asking lunatic liberal questions of white people.
Why do you assume only other races like fried chicken? I love fried chicken. It should be a white person stereotype because of me.
That's not how stereotypes work. Stereotypes work because a huge number of the demographic act in a particular way. You can't base it on one person. But the stereotype isn't racist, it's historical. It's a fact that in the Deep South, fried chicken and watermelon were a staple of the diet of poor blacks following the end of slavery. That's just history. It isn't racist unless it's intended that way.
Why do we make it so we only have pumpkin in the fall? I want pumpkin all the time.
Well, that's mostly because pumpkins only grow under certain conditions, and they won't grow where frost is a danger. Therefore, most pumpkins are planted between late May and early July, and they become ripe in the fall. Or is nature now racist, you idiot?
Can't most white people dance?
Seriously, is it genetic or something? Do we have stiff hips or two left feet?
I can dance.
White people can dance. In fact, the overwhelming majority of classic dances come from white areas. Why are you such a moron?
Why do you get so annoyed when other people don't speak English?
English is hard. We have silent Ks.
Why?
Maybe because we happen to live in an English-speaking country? While English is not the official language of the United States, it is the primary language used for the vast majority of legal and government functions. The only time people get upset is when people who have come to this country speak no English at all and thus expect others to make accommodations for them. Nowhere else would these accommodations be made. If you tried to go to France and demand they speak English to you, they'd tell you to go fuck off.
Why do we get so excited to brag on Instagram that we went to this really cool, authentic cultural festival, even though we went with all of our white friends? Why?
Well, because culture isn't racist, unlike you. I mean, take South Africa, for instance. There's tons of black people and white people living there that all celebrate and belong to the same culture. Culture is based on location, not skin color. But I guess it's no surprise that you're so racist, you don't recognize that.
Why do white people spray tan until they turn orange?
Can't you just be comfortable in your own body?
I'm just saying, it's not tan, it's orange.
Hell if I know, I think that's stupid. But culturally, having a tan is considered healthy, even though it really isn't. So people try to do things to look healthy, while not actually wanting to take the time to do it right. Some people are just stupid.
Why do you think that since you've seen 5 seasons of The Wire, you're a cultural expert?
I've never seen a single episode of The Wire, and I don't want to. Why do you think TV matters?
Why do you believe everything you see on TV when it comes to other races?
I don't believe anything I see on TV or anywhere else. That's why I actually bother to do research, unlike you, who's just reading a script.
Why do we get upset when a TV show becomes diverse, even though diverse usually just means 2 to 3 people of color?
Why? I don't give a damn about diversity. I care about quality. If it's a good show, I don't care if it's all black people or all white people or all Asian people or whatever. Quality is colorblind. Why the hell aren't you?
Why do you assume movies with white stars are automatically more relatable than movies with people of color?
Well, I'm not the one making that assumption, but then again, I don't think race-based subcultures are healthy. I'd be much happier with all people living in a common area, sharing the same culture, but apparently that's racist.
People of color have had to relate to white characters for all of cinematic history.
What? You mean people of color who have chosen of their own free will to adopt entirely different cultural standards, right? But whose fault is that? Oh, wait. It's because they bought into the lies of the political left that they have to adopt the cultural norms of a continent they've never stepped foot on. Nor have their parents, or their grandparents, or their great-grandparents. But damn it, you better be African or you're racist.
Why is Viola Davis the first black woman to win an Emmy for Best Actress?
Why?
Well, maybe because she was the best choice at the time she won. But that's how awards work, you know? You actually win based on your performance, not on your skin color. Anybody who thinks otherwise is a racist.
Aren't we complaining that the Oscars and other award shows are all white?
Because skin color means nothing? If all you're looking at with these performers is the color of their skin and not the quality of their craft, you're a racist!
It's just like white people congratulating other white people on being white.
And exactly who's doing that? Please present examples.
Everybody should be represented.
These award shows give awards to the best of the best based on skill and performance, not on skin color. Seriously, are you people that fucking stupid?
Why don't we know the difference between appropriation and appreciation?
Why can't
Hey, I don't know. You liberal shitstains are the ones who keep accusing people of appropriation. Anybody can do anything they want. Nobody owns anything. You can wear your hair however the hell you want, and nobody has any right to tell you no. Jeez, you people are dumb.
we figure out how to make our own pop culture, our own slang, our own cool clothes, instead of stealing other people's cool clothes and then saying that they are our cool clothes?
Well, we do. You've just got a leftist hard-on for anyone not white, because you're a racist.
Why are white people obsessed with Wes Anderson?
I don't know. Why are black people obsessed with Spike Lee?
Why would you ever say thug life? It's a bad life.
We didn't start it. The thugs did. Now, in case you didn't know, it started out with a statement made by Tupac Shakur. But of course, you people wouldn't know that because you don't know how to do any research. Jesus, you people, I don't know what to do with you.
What do you have against seasoning and spiciness? Didn't Christopher Columbus discover America looking for spices?
Why are casseroles our thing?
Absolutely nothing. Spices are fine if you're into that kind of thing. Some people do, some people don't, and that isn't along any kind of racial boundaries. So why do you insist on racially stereotyping people? Oh yeah, you're a racist.
Why do you try to avoid confrontation at all costs?
Why?
I don't. If I did, I wouldn't be pointing out the utter stupidity of Buzzfeed constantly.
Why is it crazy that I'm white and I have a big butt?
Well, in all honesty, you shouldn't be proud of your big butt. Why didn't you try eating healthier and instead of reading idiotic scripts from Buzzfeed, maybe you should get off your fat ass and go work out?
Why do you make such a big deal when somebody doesn't want to hike?
What the hell does hiking have to do with anything? Being obese is not healthy. Or is medical science now racist too?
Why do you keep talking about reverse racism? That is not a thing.
Well, you're right. Racism is racism, and anyone can be a racist if they hate somebody else because of their skin color. There are black racists and white racists and Asian racists and Hispanic racists. There's probably even Eskimo racists out there someplace too. Racism happens among all races, and it's equally idiotic no matter who does it. Why don't you guys stop?
You're the people in power.
Says the guy who apparently doesn't know we have a black president.
Racism is about oppression. Sorry, white people have not been oppressed.
Yeah, tell that to the Irish, you moron.
Why are you too afraid to speak up when someone says something racist?
Maybe because most of the time it isn't actually racist. I mean, your liberal stupidity tells you that everything is racist, but you're just ridiculously wrong. Most things that people say are not racist. You've just been conditioned to react irrationally. Stop being adult.
Why do we think that having one friend of color means that nothing we say or do could possibly ever be racist?
Why in the world do you think we pick our friends based on skin color and not the quality of their character and the common interests that we have? Oh, wait, that's what you liberal idiots do. I forgot.
Why does being half white automatically make my commentary on white culture only half true? I am just as much white as I am Mexican.
I don't care what color you are. You could be purple or orange for all I care. Your commentary is only as true as it is demonstrably true, which means not at all. And the fact that you give a damn about your genetic background shows that you have something wrong with you. I don't care that I'm white. I don't care that you're white or Mexican. I care about your character, which, let's be honest, is pretty shit.
Why do you believe that Black Lives Matter means that your life doesn't matter?
Maybe because that's what the phrase means. I mean, it isn't like they're saying Black Lives Matter too, which is absolutely true. But, you know, English isn't your strong suit.
Every life matters. It's just that one has a harder time living.
Why?
No, they don't. Everyone who lives responsibly, who gets an education, who makes good life choices, all of them have the same kind of lives. It's only the people who act like criminals, who drop out of school and do stupid things that have problems. Or didn't that occur to you?
You get offended when you see a table full of black people, but not when you see a lunchroom full of white people.
I don't get offended. Why would I? Why would anyone? You're the only one wearing your offense on your sleeve. Otherwise you wouldn't be in this stupid video.
Why do you always ask to have a white people club?
Well, I've never asked for that, and I've never actually seen anyone ask for that. What people who say something similar to are doing is pointing out the utter hypocrisy of non-whites who want to be able to segregate themselves based on skin color, when if you had a white person asking to do the exact same thing, they'd be attacked for even having the idea. You know, thinking. It works. Give it a shot sometime.
You already do. It's the student union. It's primarily white. They have a black student union because you don't represent them well.
Why exactly do you think they have different needs than any other human being on campus? What is it about their skin color that makes them somehow have different requirements? Did you ever stop to think that maybe they're the ones doing something wrong? Of course you haven't.
Why do you see the success of people of color as a threat to you?
Well, I don't. But then again, I don't care about skin color. I want everyone to succeed regardless of their skin color, their national origin, their gender, their sexual orientation, etc. I am responsible for my own success, and I succeed or fail based on my own actions, just like everyone else. You people are just projecting.
You know that a 2-minute video about whiteness isn't reverse racism, right? 2 minutes about whiteness, hundreds of years of systemic oppression, yeah, I think we can deal with this.
Because there's no such thing as reverse racism. Racism is racism. Doesn't matter who does it. But if anyone put out a 2-minute video on whiteness, I'd find it just as idiotic as a 2-minute video on blackness. Because skin color ought to mean nothing. Geez, if there's one thing you learn to expect from Buzzfeed, it's cringeworthy stupidity across the board. But these regressive morons can't get that through their tiny little pea brains. They're just emotionally reacting. They've never bothered to stop to think about how absurd this whole liberal narrative actually is. Well, these people aren't, because they're just reading a teleprompter written by the idiots of Buzzfeed. They're getting paid to be offended on camera. We can't take any of them seriously. I'm sure we'll all see them in another video getting pissed off at something else, because that's what they're paid to do. Be hypocrites. But doesn't that describe all of the political left? I mean, hell, they're the ones that watch this BuzzFeed shit in the first place.